purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to set up a multi-building system, intercom system, using HiTools Delivery. So you can see we're on the home page here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to check that all the devices I want to use are online. So if I just come here to search, we can see all of the devices that it can find, which is perfect. And I want these devices to be unactivated for the purpose of what we're going to do. We'll just close that. So now what we're going to do is go to guided delivery, and we're going to create a video intercom template. So if I just press create, now here I can set number of communities. So I'm using one community. I'm going to have 2 buildings. And for the purposes of this video, I'm only going to have 1 floor per building and 1 room per floor. But again, you can edit this, and you can also edit later as well. So I'm just going to press add. So you can see that I've got my building 1, scene 1, and building 2, scene 2 is here. So this is all good. So I'm now going to press next. And again, here we can see that I've got my building 1. And at the moment, sub-door stations are turned off. So if I've got more than 1 door into a building, I can just tick this and add the required number of doors. And here I have my main station, and an outer door station is a door that is used for all buildings, so communal gate, communal entrance. So I'm going to tick that, and I'm only going to use 1. And here we go next. And now what we need to do is give our required details. So what's our device password going to be for activation? Do I want a separate registration password, or do I want to use the same? And then my SIP server address, which will be my main station. So we'll just put that down there. And again, I now need to fill in my main station, which is going to be the same as my SIP server, my subnet, and then my gateway. Now here, to speed things up, I can just hit autofill, select this one, press OK, and then I can just come and adjust them afterwards. So here I'm going to do 2. Now, as you see, building 1 has got 2 devices. So when I set 91, it will set the end IP as 93. So if I have 4 devices, that will be 91, 93, 94, 95, etc. And then we'll come down here. And again, you can see I have my end IP. I now come to autofill my subnets. It's very important all of your intercom systems are on the same network. So once we have this filled out, we can now just press next. Oh, what have I done there? Got conflict. So 94, and press next. Right, so here I can use the various methods to scan serial numbers in, or I can just input them manually. So I'm just going to change the name of my devices. We're going to call that one concierge desk. Oh. And then this will be gate. And we will call this one building 1. And we will call this one building 2. Indoor stations, I'm just going to leave them as they are. And now what I need to do is put my serial numbers in. So if I just grab those. And fill these out here. Fill that out there. Okay, so once we've got these in, we can then press complete. And now what you'll see is none of my devices are activated. It's not going to show the indoor stations because the indoor stations need to be activated by the intercom itself. So what we can see here is our devices, our main door stations, etc., all showing here and they're waiting to be applied. So if we now just press activate and connect, you can see that it's now going to apply the IP address and activate the device with the details we've provided. Okay, and then once we're happy with that, we can press apply. And then what we need to do is wait for these devices to come online, like so. And then once they're all shown online, we can press the apply button here. And then the settings will now be pushed out to all of the devices. You can probably hear that in the background. Device is restarting. And if we have any errors, they will show here. So here we can click down and we can see that everything's succeeded here. Everything succeeded here. Everything succeeded here. And lastly, everything succeeded here. Okay, so this communal gate is now shown offline because it's restarting itself, because it's been changed status from a door station to an outer door station, so we need to do a restart. So if we now go to our list, okay, so we can see all of our devices are here now. And if we come to our online devices, we have a couple here currently showing offline. And as you can hear behind, everything's doing a bit of a restart at the moment. And there we go, all of our devices are done. That is how we use HiTools Delivery to configure a multi-door system. Thank you. Okay, so now we've configured the system to work the way we want it. What we now need to do is make sure that we assign a button on the intercom itself to call through to the concierge unit. So if we just click on, so if we now go into our device itself and come across to video intercom, okay, and then we've got press button to call. So you can see here that all of my buttons are on this one because it's a button unit. These are going to call different rooms. What I actually need to do now is, first of all, I need to go to call schedule settings. And I'm going to create one here called concierge. And we change that to center. And I'm just going to set that up to be 24/7. And I'm going to save that. And so now if I come back here, we can go call concierge. And again, now what I'm going to have to do is on my other buttons here, so this is on my module, as you can see, I'm going to have to do is just change this to say, right, call room 1. Okay. And then we can change this to room 2, room 3, room 4, etc. And if we come into our other device here, this one I think has a TDM. Again, if we come over to here, press button to call, we only have the one button here. So again, I have a TDM connected to this device. So again, I will call this concierge, change that to center, save. And now in here, we just want to change this button to concierge. And that's it. Our system is now set up the way we need it to be. Thank you.